Namaskar. I'm Dr. Nalini Avinash Wagmare, working as an associate professor at Tilak Maharashtra Vidyapeeth. This is my brief information. Uh, today's our topic is today's our topic is Arya Samaj contribution to emancipation of women and its work to national movement. So while briefly we see that Arya Samaj contribution in a national movement as well as its how the Arya Samaj played an important role to bring the all people in a one platform and awareness created about the Indianness among the people and fight against the Britishers. So while we briefly reviewed that infallibility of Vedas, ideals of social and religious reform, spirit of nationalism, Shuddhi movement started by Arya Samaj, then Arya Samaj branches in various parts of India. Then propagation of education through established schools and colleges. Then Arya Samaj produced national leaders like the Lala Lajpat Rai, Swami Shraddhananda, and Mahatma Hansraj. So basically, we see that Arya Samaj also started the cow protection, emancipation of women, then upliftment of Dalits. So the Arya Samaj's members actively in such social work as women relief running orphanages and widow homes. So this is the brief information about the what Arya Samaj done in the time of the when the national movement was going on in India. Actually, basically, if we are focusing on the emancipation of women in the 18th and 19th century, what was the condition of the society at that time existing? The child marriage was rampant. Then the sati became customary. Parda was observed by not only Muslims but Hindus also. Education was derived to women. Prostitution became common at that time, as well as Devadasi system existed in the society. Women was considered as a toy of pleasure, so female infanticide was existing. It shows that women are not equal with men in that time, so secondary status was in the society. So this in that time we know that 18th-19th century the social reform movement started in the society by so many institution as well as reformers. So the same set of circumstances, the impact of modern education, rational humanitarian and scientific approach to life which used in both enacting and reaction. So in this reason the 19th and 20th century social reform movement took place in India. Another reason Ram Mohan Rai, pioneer in modern religious reform movements in India, was also the morning star of modern social reform movement in this 19th century. Social reform became an integral part of religious reform in India, and this was equally true of Brahma Samaj, Pratana Samaj, Arya Samaj, Satyashodak Samaj, and others. Then the Brahma Samaj was founded by Raja Ram Mohan Rai. Then Pratana Samaj, Atmaranga, Panduranga, and others. Then Arya Samaj, Swami Dayanand Saraswati. Then Theosophical Certain, Madam Blavatsky in New York and Annie Besant also. Then Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Mission, Swami Vivekanand. So new awakening social religious reform movement. Under that, the today's our topic is only focus on the um, Arya Samaj and Swami Dayanand Saraswati. The social reform movement, what they have done, basic thing is they banned the sati system, open education to all men with women, upliftment of women and Dalits and given equal status in the society and remove the social evils which are existing at the time. Liberty, equality, brotherhood built among the common people. Then Arya Samaj, Swami Dayanand, period 1824 to 1883. Then Saraswati was the apostle of Vedic revival. He was founded the Arya Samaj in 1875. While we studying the Arya Samaj, the teachings of Arya Samaj, reforms of Arya Samaj, their work for social reform movement, and the role of Arya Samaj in the Indian national movement. Then brief life sketch of Swami Dayanand Saraswati. His childhood's name was Mool Shankar. He was born in a small town, Tankar in Gujarat, in a conservative Brahmin family in 1824. He came into conflict with his father when he was barely 14 years of age for rejecting the idol worship. So he renounced his home in order to escape the entanglement of marriage and to seek to pacify the turmoil and common of his soul. For 15 years, he lived the life of wandering scholar in search of the knowledge which removed all doubts. The search took him into the hidden glades of the mountain range of the Himalayas, the Vindhyas, Arnavalis, and across the valleys and along with the banks of Ganga, Jamuna, and Narmada rivers. Then he acquired a mastery of the Sanskrit language, its grammar and philosophy and religious literature. Then at Madura, he spent 2.5 years as a discipline of the Vrijjananda, a profound master of ancient learning and teacher and rational thinker who hated idol worship and superstitious practices and philosophic interpretation of the Vedas, and then charged him with the mission to pursue Hinduism of all its ugly accreditation abbreviations. In 1863 began his apostolic career, which ended only with his death in 1883. These 20 years were a period of the most tremendous labor turning over India, holding polemical discussion, preaching his gospel, organizing the Arya Samaj, writing books, and propagating social reform. So, very briefly introduce about this. You can refer the more books and study about detailed study about the Swami Dayanand Saraswati. So, Swami Dayanand Saraswati was a typical fearless social and religious reformer in 19th century. Through his life and career, he preached Indians to imbibe courage, fortitude, moral soundness, power, strength of the body and mind, and such other virtues as would make them independent possessors of sovereign imperial sovereignty. So he claimed the India for the Indians. So that's why he mentioned the back to the Vedas, which is a very rich culture where equality we find, where everyone treated in a well manner. So, Dayanand Saraswati was a Vedic scholar, intellectual and social reformer and philosopher. He is entered to consultation in the history of Indian political independence. His commentaries on the Vedas written in Sanskrit and translated by his assistant in Hindi, his crusade for the downtrodden people and women, and his stress on education gave a new vitality, strength to the Indian people. As a champion of social justice, he taught the rehabilitation of the socially and economically downtrodden. He sang these glories of Swaraj in the days when the British imperialism was finally entrenched in this country. He founded a powerful organization like the Arya Samaj, which carried on important social and educational work in northern India. It gave to the country numerous fighters for the cause of independence, although not a political organization. The Arya Samaj inculcated the sentiments of patriotism throughout northern India. It spread a message of strength, power, and freedom. Hence, Dayanand and the Arya Samaj occupy an important place in the history of Indian nationalism. The Arya Samaj was founded by the Dayanand Saraswati, son of a well-to-do Brahmin in Gujarat. Already I explained about brief information about him. So in 1875, he founded the Arya Samaj, which ultimately became a great religious, social, and educational movement. The Arya Samaj did a lot of work in the field of untouchability, education of women, weakening of the bonds of caste, the remarriage of widows, and the discouragement of early marriage of children. Arya Samaj made the Hindus militant and aggressive. The policy of Shuddhi movement, many converts to again Hinduism. Then Dayanand traveled far and wide, visiting Calcutta in 73, Pune and Mumbai. He visited many places in India to spread his message. His reputations began to spread. In the same, Dayanand established Arya Samaj in Mumbai to impart true knowledge, bringing about social justice and achieve freedom from alien rule. In the same year, he wrote Satyartha Prakasha, a book which elucidates the teaching of the Vedas. To give a wide base to his teaching, Dayanand traveled all over the country and addressed a number of meetings. He won unprecedented patience and large following in Punjab. Soon Arya Samaj halls were opened all over the country. Infallibility of Vedas. Swami Dayanand gave the call to back to Vedas. He believed that the priest had corrupted the Hindu religion with the help of Puranas, which were full of false teaching. He asked people to rely only on Vedas, which they wrote Satyarth Prakash in Hindi, in which he elaborated the main principal Vedic religion and culture, which was ritual. 10 principles of Arya Samaj they mention in their rules. God is the primordial root source of the all true knowledge and of all things that can be known through knowledge only. God is all truth, all knowledge, all bliss. He is formless, almighty, just, merciful, unborn, and unchangeable. Beginning less incomfortable support and Lord of all pervading, knower, and control of all from within. So he alone is the worthy of worship. So Vedas is the book of all true knowledge. It is the prime duty of all Aryans to study and propagate the Vedas to hear and preach. We should always get ready to accept truth and reject the untruth. All actions should be performed according to Dharma and after considering the right and wrong of each. The principal purpose of this Arya Samaj is to do good to the world, spiritual, physical, and social. The principal purpose for to good to the world, we should deal with all with love and righteousness, consideration of their merit. We should work for the liquidation of the ignorance and promotion of knowledge. No one should be content with his own uplift, but should feel his own good in the good of all. All men are unfree in having to obey these social laws that have been framed for the good of all, but everyone is free to work for his own welfare. Then Dayanand did his best to eradicate the social evils affecting the women and incorporated women emancipation as an integral, if not crucial, part of his program. He assigned supreme authority to women in domestic matters and advocated equal right to men and women in all respects in education, in marriage, and in matter of property. He cited Manu in support of his where the women are honored, there the deities are placed. But where dishonor, there all religious rights become useless. On the happiness of misery of women depends the happiness misery of the whole family. Then infallibility of Vedas, back to the Vedas, he believed that the priest has already this is concluded. Then contribution Aryan social reform. At the time when Arya Samaj is started, because social evils are existing in the society, the Arya Samaj opposed the child marriage, polygamy system, parda system, caste system, and practice of sati system. So Raja Ram Mohan also fought a lifelong crusade against the social evils, that is the sati system. The Arya Samaj also against the sati system. So in the Arya Samaj also, while we study the in Vedic period, position of women are very high. They are equal with men and learn women like Lokmudra, Vishwara and Ghosha also. Then in Vedic period, women equal with the men and marriage was a sacrament. Sri Dhana was there, Swayamvar system was there. Brahmavadini is also found there. So that's why even in the Vedic period also equal rights, educational rights, legal rights also there. That's why this Arya Samaj is totally against the child marriage. That the Dayanand also stated that marriage should be celebrated with the consent of the contracting parties. Marriage with mutual consent was, as well as, therefore, the age-long Indian tradition of self-choice is the best form of marriage stated by Dayanand Saraswati. Then again, emphasis video remarriage. Arya Samaj gave the strong support to the widow remarriage. Swami Dayanand was in favor of the marriage of such a widow whose husband died without having any sexual intercourse with her. Dayanand also advocated the Niyoga system. Again, in Arya Samaj, leaders arranged for widow remarriage in 1882. Then Arya Samaj and women education, the necessary for development of female education was made for the betterment of progeny, as Swami Dayanand says in Satyartha Prakasha. gave equal rights to women of education as the males. But the duration schooling for girls was supposed to be such much shorter than the boys, the minimum 8 years in the school as against the 17th years of our boys. He founded the solution to all the social abuse in the education of women and necessary for the spreading education among them. Then condemnation of further system was another work of the Arya Samaj. In this respect, Arya Samaj broke the parda first and allowed full freedom to its own vote. Any lady could be a member of the Arya Samaj and vote and represent in the higher bodies. The organization, that is Arya Samaj Pratinidhi Sabha, Arya Shiromani Sabha, Arya Dharma Sabha were greatly concerned and wanted to fight the evils of restriction imposed on women by Parda. Then besides Kanya Mahavidyalaya, other schools also colleges established by Arya Samaj between 1886 to 1947 in different parts of Punjab. In 1906, Lal Dev Raj and Lala Munshiram opened a boarding house for girls, the Kanya Ashram, which by 1913 to 14 had in 105 residents from the Punjab and northern western provinces. However, it can be said that Arya Samaj provides some initiative for the upliftment of women. Then contribution of Arya Samaj to Indian national movement. While we study in detail, uh, Dayanand was a nationalist. He remained Indians of their glorious past and spoke of Swarajya, Swabhashya, and Swadharma. He gave this popular slogan, India for the Indians. Shuddhi movement. He had started to take back the converted Muslims and the Christian into Hindu folder after purifying them. It was called Shuddhi movement. Many Hindus were converted to Christianity in ignorance. So Christian missionaries had drawn large number of converts from among the uneducated, poor and depressed classes of the Hindus. They could not be taken back within the fold of Hinduism even if they desired it. The Arya Samajis opened the gates of Hinduism to them and defended its action on the basis of Dharma of the Vedas. By its efforts, a large number of people were restored to the Hindu fold. Then propagation of education. Dayanand had realized that the strength of the West lay in their advanced knowledge. Thus, he wanted to spread education among the Indian masses. He also gave importance to female education. Soon, the leaders of Arya Samaj started the chains of schools and colleges in India. The Arya Samaj stood for equal rights of men and women in schools in social educational matter. In this was a distinct democratic concept. He, however, opposed co-education since in the Vedic period co-education did not exist. Cow protection. Another plank in the program of the Arya Samaj which led to serious troubles was the protection of the cow. In 1882, a cow protection association was formed. Preachers were appointed for propagation and funds were collected to save cows from slaughter. The cause had much to commend itself as the cow is the greater economic asset and its preservation has enlisted the deep sentimental attachment of the Hindus. The Arya Samaj carried on their activities in an aggressive manner, and the result was that serious riots occurred between Hindus and Muslims, which strengthened the growing ill will between the two communities. It spread education among the people, proclaimed the principle of equality, respect of the distinction of caste, creed, community, and race and sex. It tried to destroy their inferiority complex, the inevitable product of their status as a subject to nation. Then upliftment of Dalits. The Arya Samaj opposed to the hereditary caste system. It stood, however, for the four caste division of the society to be determined by merit and not by birth. Since the Vedas laid down such a division and not by birth, since the Vedas could not err, the Arya Samaj could not proclaim the death of the caste system itself. The Arya Samaj members acted in such social work as women relief, goodness, and widow reforms. Swami Dayanand was the promoter of education. Some of the Dayanand's followers later started network of schools and colleges in the country to impart education on Western lines. Lala Hansraj played a leading part in this regard. In 1902, Swami Shraddhananda started the Gurukul near Haridwar to propagate the more traditional ideals of education. Then Arya Samaj also played a important role in Hyderabad Mukti Sangram. So Swami Dayanand established Arya Samaj on 1885 in Mumbai. Later its center were established in Marathwada in 1888 and Bid. There were many leaders contributed to it. Among them Kundan Prasad ji, Gokul Prasad ji, Pandit Bhagwati Prasad, Ramanand Bhai, Mangal ji, Babu Rao ji, Manik Prada ji, Bansilal ji Tiwari. Later on, the Arya Samaj center shifted to Sultan Bazar in Hyderabad. Its president was Barrister Vinayak Rao Koratkar. Arya Samaj centers were established in Aurangabad, Latur, Bid, Usmanabad, Udgir, Ahmadpur, Hingoli, Parabane, Solapur, and Jalna. Through these centers, Arya Samaj propagated Arya Samaj principles and nationally among the people. Through press, Arya Samaj also propagated against the Nizam rule. Even it had done a major role in Hyderabad freedom movement. Then Arya Samaj vigorous advocates social reform, work active to improve the condition of women and spread education among them. Impact of Dayanand on national movement. Swami Dayanand helped the cause of national in an indirect manner. He put faith in the people in their future. By removing the social custom from the Hindus, he prepared them for the battle of freedom. In this way, he did the same work uh, as done by Rajaram Mohan Roy. He was perhaps the first Indian to preach the gospel of Swadeshi and India for the Indians. He declared that good government was no substitute for self-government. He depicted the glory of India's past and called upon the Indians to take pride in their past and also build up a similar future. The movement started by him became a mass movement and created a new spirit and new life among his followers. Swami Dayanand was fearless and he believed in truth. His motto was Satyam Eva Jayate, Na Anirityam. Truth alone, truths and not untruth. He anticipated Mahatma Gandhi in his constructive program. An impact of Arya Samaj on Indian national movement. Arya Samaj was founded in 1886. Although the life of its foundation was cut short, its followers carried on the work started by it, the founder. Very soon it came to forefront in the reform of Hindu society. It started the work of Shuddhi movement, conversion of reconversion of persons to Hinduism. It started a large number of schools and colleges. It played an important role in the national life of the country. Mahatma Hansraj, Guru Datta, Vidyarthi, and La Lajpat Rai were uh, great followers of Arya Samaj. DAV College, Lahore, which was one of the biggest educational institutions in northern India. In addition to DAV College, Lahore, every many schools and colleges were started by DAV Colleges Managing Committee. In 1892, the Arya Samaj was split up to two parts, DAV College section and Gurukul section. Mahatma Hansraj was the leader of the first section and Swami Shraddhananda was the leader of the another section. The Gurukul party started in 1902, the famous Gurukul Kangari, which was grown into a university. It goes to without saying that Arya Samaj has played and is even now playing an important role in the educational field. It has been responsible for molding the lives of crores of young men, women of this country. In conclusion, we can say that the Arya Samaj slogan "Back to Vedas" was inspired with the urge to bring about national unity and to kind of national pride and consciousness. The principal purpose of this Samaj is to do good to the world, spiritual, physical, and social. Most of Arya Samaj followers adopt principles in their life till today. Swami Dayanand did his best to eradicate social evils affecting the women. He asserted supreme authority to women in domestic matters, advocated equal rights to men, women in all respect. For this, Arya Samaj published and distributed tracts and pamphlets and created greater awareness among the masses. Dayanand envisaged an open social system with education and not birth as a determined status. But the Arya Samaj, in the process of formation of ideas and their translation into action, did not go beyond the prescription of the patriarchal framework. They served only limited and controlled emancipation of women. However, Arya Samaj provided some initiative for the upliftment of women and Dalits. So, Arya Samaj in newspaper Ratu Samachara 2023. समग्र सुधारणाचे अध्यायू महर्षी दयानंद सरस्वती. Then Swami Dayanand and Emancipation of Women in Newspaper Latur Samachar 2023. दयानंद स्वामीजींनी महिला सक्षमीकरणासाठी उठवलेला आवाज. पंतप्रधान नरेंद्र मोदीजी stated about the works of the Arya Samaj in this newspaper. Then these are the reference you can refer for detailed study. I have mentioned in this lecture only highlights of the what was the Arya Samaj work for emancipation women, for Dalit, for establishing the educational system, and how their thoughts are relevant to till today to remove the untouchability, establish given the equal respect to women and equal education and intercaste marriages, even the proud about our Indian culture and traditions. So these are the other books you can refer for more detailed study.